Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Homestyle Homestead. My name is Lexi if you are new. If you are not new, you will know we are in a completely different location. That is because I am at my parents' house for the holiday season. The reason I'm here is that one of my best friends is having her first baby and I wanted to be nearby. Hi! I wanted to be nearby when she had him just for moral support or for help if she needs me. But what I know I can do is I can feed them. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you some really easy meals that you can make for the new mama in your life and helping them out by filling their freezer with some meals that are very easy to just pull out and make on those nights that maybe they're exhausted, because they will definitely have those nights. And just some little snacks and just some stuff to help them because it is hard the first few weeks. It's nice to just have some of this stuff. So I'm going to show you a few different meals and also a couple different little snacks that you can just easily make. Okay, so the meals I'm going to be showing you today is spaghetti pie, biscuits and gravy casserole, my famous cashew almond butter protein balls that I do not tend to give the recipe out to anyone for, but I'm gonna give it to you because they are always a hit and pretty much everybody that I give them to asks me for the recipe, so why not share it with you? I got a few of these tins just to make it easier. They don't feel stressed about bringing the pans back to you. They're not worried about that. You're not worried about that. It's just really simple. They're metal, so they can just throw them in the oven. It works out perfect, so get you some of these. I got 2 jars of tomato sauce. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use those both. My friend is a vegetarian, and so I'm gonna try to make at least one of these meals meatless. She is eating some meat right now, so she said it's okay to have some meat, but I do wanna give her at least one option without meat if she's just feeling no meat that day. Some noodles, cottage cheese, biscuits, eggs, hamburger, breakfast sausage, cheese, and then you will need a couple other items for each thing, but that is just what I bought to get started. Pretty much everything else is kind of like pantry staples and you'll already have it. But I'm just gonna show you each meal as we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna get going first is boiling my water to get those noodles boiled and ready to go for our spaghetti pie. And then over here, I'm gonna start browning my breakfast sausage for the biscuits and gravy casserole. Okay, and then while that stuff is cooking, I'm gonna get the base of the biscuits and gravy casserole ready. I probably should have got 2 of these, but let's see if I'm right. Oh, gosh, first try, that never happens. Okay, let's see how many of these there are. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so let's see if we can do 4 each. Just want to rip it up, create a nice little base on the bottom. Doesn't really matter if it covers the whole thing because your eggs are gonna fill in. Okay, that's just fine. We need a 1/2 cup of milk, 6 eggs, that brought us up to about 2 cups, so I will do a cup in each one. This is enough. This is the recipe for 1. I just figured it'd be easier to put it in 2 pans, and also this is the only size I bought, and the whole thing's not gonna fit in 1, so when you're making this, you can do it all in one pan if you have a bigger pan. This will also give them 2 servings, so I kind of like the idea of that. My noodles are done boiling. And now I'm just gonna leave these over here to cool off and to strain. Over this, I'm gonna just sprinkle as much as my heart desires of this cheese. All right, now back to your gravy. I've got my sausage all cooked how I like, and now the best way to make gravy, the only way to make gravy. And now I'm just gonna sprinkle some flour in. Turn your heat down slightly. Put your flour in. And you want the flour to soak up all the grease that your sausage made in the pan. If you can still see grease in the bottom, you need more flour. I'm just gonna add some in slowly because with this gravy for this meal, you want your gravy pretty thin. Because when it bakes in the oven, it kind of thickens it then, so you don't want to start with the already thick gravy, or it will be a very dry casserole after it's baked. And now we're gonna add in our milk. I never measure, I look at it and go pour with my heart. For this recipe, you shouldn't have to re-thicken your gravy. If it's too thin, that's kind of what you're going for. But if for some reason you do need to thicken it up, what you'll do is take a glass of milk, mix in some flour, make sure you get all of the clumps out, it's fully incorporated into your milk, and then slowly pour it in while mixing. Keep your heat on medium-low and it will slowly re-thicken your gravy. But like I said, for this, you don't really need a thick gravy. Okay, now that this is thickening up, this is too thick. This is when you can add the seasonings that you like to use. For this, I'm pretty simple. I kind of just do salt and pepper. Perfect. You just add 2 eggs. You can put these in a bowl and mix them up before. I just don't do that because then that's dirtying up what I think is like unnecessary pans. But I just want to show you how easy it is to do it without, because it's not really necessary. What you're kind of doing is pressing it up against the sides and making like a little spot in the middle. This is technically your crust of your pie. Excuse me, is this gone bad? Yeah. It smells like feet. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This has gone bad. Oh my gosh, you're joking. Okay, pause. Okay, we're back, and with, I'm hoping, oh! Okay, yeah, we're back, and with a much better cottage cheese. Okay, to your cottage cheese, you're gonna do salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Now you're just going to place equal amounts in the center of your little pie. Majority of it's going to be in that little indentation you made, and then you're just going to spread a little bit of it out on the top like I'm doing here. And then if you're not going to add any meat to your sauce, you can just pour it straight from the jar onto the top of your pie. You do want to make sure you give them enough sauce. It can dry out in the oven, and it's almost like the more sauce the better with this. So make sure it gets on to all the corners and down in some of the divots. And then just top it with some Parmesan cheese, and this one is done. I used to wrap these with saran wrap first, but then one time my husband accidentally put it in the oven with the foil on and didn't realize there was saran wrap underneath it. So I stopped doing that, especially for when I'm making it for somebody else. I don't want them to have that happen. So now I just do foil. If you're gonna do saran wrap, do it on top of the foil. If you are adding meat, you can cook it on the stove and add your sauce to it, and then just add it right on top. Same thing here, make sure you're putting enough sauce on this one as well, and then top it with Parmesan, and this one is done as well. Okay, and now back to our biscuits and gravy casserole. Now that my gravy has cooled off, I'm going to now add it to my pans. And then this is where I'm really going to layer on the cheese. If I had more cheese, this would be like loaded up, but I don't. Okay, and now for the desserts. First, I'm gonna do the protein balls. You're going to need some sort of peanut butter, almond butter. I like this cashew butter. It's my favorite. You'll need some Rice Krispies. I'm gonna have this whole recipe written down in the description box. Coconut, maple syrup, almonds, protein powder, and chocolate chips. I like to use the Lily's no sugar chocolate chips. And I use a little bit of dark and a little bit of milk. I'm gonna be doubling this recipe because these are my dad's favorites. I'm gonna make them for him too. Doesn't matter what kind of nuts you use. You can pretty much use your favorite nuts. That looks about perfect. Normally I'll just put all the ingredients in my big food processor at home, but this is the size of food processor my mom has. It's so cute, so I did all the ingredients separately. But you can do it all at once if you have a bigger one. I only grind up about half of the Rice Krispies, and then I leave the other half whole just to give it a little bit more depth in the texture. Here. This is the protein powder I swear by. It's the best protein powder I think ever. It's the Clean Simple Eats one in vanilla. I definitely recommend you use that one For these, I just had to use whatever my mom had on hand, but if you are looking for a recommendation, the Clean Simple Eats is the best. Next, you're going to want to add whatever peanut butter, cashew butter, whatever you're using. You want to add it to the microwave for a little bit just to get it a little bit more melty, or it's going to be really hard to mix into your dry ingredients. I like to add more maple syrup as I go just to get it to the right consistency. And then just remember, once you put them in the fridge to chill for a little bit, they're going to harden back up. They're going to seem really sticky right now, but they're not going to be that way after you put them in the fridge. And then once you're done, just throw them in the fridge to chill for at least 30 minutes. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to be making them some cookie dough, and I'm just going to follow this recipe on the Nestle Toll House semi-sweet bag. I used to bring people cookies that were already baked, but then I got out of the habit of doing that because already baked cookies go bad. So I started taking cookie dough instead, because then that way they can bake them as they want them, or they can just eat cookie dough if they want. But I get them all made up, rolled out, and then I throw them in the freezer, and then that's when I will bag them up when they're completely frozen, and then I bring them to them frozen and put them in their freezer. And like I said, that way they have a ton of cookies that they can just throw in the oven whenever they feel like having a cookie. Other meals that I would bring would be a pot pie with some sort of meat or some mac and cheese. Those are some other meals that I normally would bring, but like I said, she just doesn't have that much freezer space, so I didn't bring those ones. But if you want to bring more, those ones are a great option. They freeze really great as well. Same thing with the mac and cheese, though. Make sure you do the sauce a little bit more runny and a little bit more sauce than you're normally used to. Just for some reason, I think with the noodles, it soaks up a little bit more, so make sure you make it a little bit more runny than you're used to. Okay, guys, that is it. I have 4 meals for her freezer that she can just pull out whenever she needs something quick. Some cookie dough for when she needs a sweet treat, and some protein balls to help her with her breastfeeding and just when she needs a good little snack. These are my go-to recipes that I always take somebody that needs some food or needs some meals made for them. They're easy and they freeze really nice and they're really tasty. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, and until the next one, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.